Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had an ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she was charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did, indeed, commit the crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides very credible motive, and I would like to keep this. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Dick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has already ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? Oh my god. This apron... This was the apron that the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it? Ha. It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And some must spill coffee onto herself. That is not a coffee stain. Yeah, the coffee. That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. Unless you're me. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket. A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Yo, Gumshoe, you could have briefed us about all of this beforehand. Order, order, order. The court will accept these items into evidence. And potassium cyanide. That's a double doer. Let me go, just take a little look. God, we filled this page up fast. Deadly powdery poison bears Maggie's fingerprints found in her apron pocket. Worn by Maggie at the time of the incident. Has small pockets but big stains. Is that a blood stain? It looks like a ketchup stain. That's... Ew. Looking nasty. Need to clean that up. And I don't think I checked this. The coffee contained potassium cyanide covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Oh, that's from a different murder. Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain. You don't need to be told. Just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone to breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull something like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. I thought everyone knew what it was already. Huh. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last verdict I ruled on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence, they have all been clearly established. Well, Wright, it seems you really are a phony after all. Ah, you really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue your testimony. Describe for the court the scene, the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. Oh man, I didn't get to press anything else on. I guess I still kind of wanted to see what was going on with that music. Or the music device, I guess. Or whatever. That music option, I guess. And the option after that. I don't remember what that other option was. The investigation. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. Or when Maggie was searched. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. I'm impressed you managed to do your job. Last chance to convince the court you're the real lawyer. Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So, let the fun begin. Okay, it's the last chance for a cross-examination. So that means it's gonna... okay. Let's be careful here. What we do and don't step on any landmines. Okay, crime was reported at 2:25. I'm gonna read through this again. Verse 2:25 by Scary Old Man. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough. Victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There's nothing missing from the scene. I don't find a hole in his testimony. The judge is going down to hand his verdict down. Godot isn't giving us anything to work with, and we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe were like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Something obvious. Actually, I want to hear about the Scary Old Man first, before I get too far into here. Scary Old Man, Detective Gumshoe. There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. We're obviously talking about that same old man. Officers were dispatched right up after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? He hurled then he hurled abuse at them, and seeds. Seeds. Ha. It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. Wow. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late to reporting the crime. Oh god, what did he do to Maggie after she was knocked unconscious? Or passed out? Yeah, after she passed out. Oh man, that dirty old man. Oh man. That's not good. That's not good. I can say that right now. I would not trust that old man. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to carry out the search too. I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. I think that's why they didn't let yeah, I think that's why they didn't let you do the search. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? Didn't have any... Wait a minute. Wait, how did I not notice this? Wait a minute. That's what made me feel weird when he said that. How did you... Okay, whatever. I'm gonna press all this into the next one, but how did you know who he was if he didn't have an... How did you find out if he didn't have identification? Maybe, I don't know. Unless he had something on him with his name, possibly. He didn't have any. Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. I've got 60 cents. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Yeah, and then press all this, because how? Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down. He's got a whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going on. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. It seems Mr. Glenn Elk visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or should I ask to hear more? Ask about his health insurance. I guess I could learn more about the prescription bag. Maybe it'll be a new piece of evidence. What sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty. Oh, what is evidence? Ha. I should have just... I got confused as to where I am now. There it is. The victim got this from the doctor before going to Tribulations. The bag is empty. Okay, that's all there was. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate. Are you, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? Okay, when Meg was searching for the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. Wait, am I on the right? Yeah, I figured out who he was. I pressed on that. Okay. I don't know if I really need to press on this one, but I might as well just for being thorough. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal. But there was no fingerprints. It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Jeez. Sorry. So, Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah. Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. But wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh, yeah. The one the restaurant owner took? He won a whole daughter with it. What a lucky guy, huh? And they're just going to let him get away with it? I mean, it was just $1, detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little. Unless it's Gumshoe. If I don't find the hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. Yeah, okay. Reporter, okay. So, we have the empty, but what he said during this last statement... Yeah, this. There's nothing else missing from the crime scene, but now we know that, technically wouldn't the pills be missing? Like, and he just had come... Yeah, he just came from his doctor and went to Tribulations. Unless he overdosed, which I don't think he did, because he died... They would have noticed that, and... Would they have noticed that in the autopsy report? I think they would. Anyway, yeah, just... Because they were testing for poison, they probably test... If you use drugs or something too, maybe? I don't know. But the pills were missing, so... Technically. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where, then, did this medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal. Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? He's like a mix of happy because, like, we found a contradiction and sad because everybody else is shitting on him. Pretty much, in simplest terms, just... He's like a mix of emotions right now, poor Gumshoe. The victim was killed by the poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Well, that's going pretty far. Order, order. Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? Ha, that's all. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. Better not be Hadi's clinic. What's the clinic name got to do with anything? Okay, new ear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Otolaryngological. Otolaryngological. I think. Otolaryngological. I'm gonna stop trying to pronounce that now, but I think that's how you pronounce that? Oh dear. I just saw that where it's just like, oh boy. Clinic. Oh, that is not a good name for a clinic. When most people can't pronounce oh my goodness. That's... Oh, that makes me feel bad now that I can't pronounce that correctly. Unless I did, but I doubt I did. It's... okay. Just what kind of illness was this victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? Was that weed? Is it just like a fancy name for just some weed for him? The day before the incident, Mr. Elk found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. Ooh, that's not fun. Yeah, that is not fun. Okay, so is that kind of... Does he have like a hearing? Is that so, like, is that on his ear? I wish I could see like this side of his face, but is that supposed to be like a hearing device then? Or like some medical device to help his ear, I guess? He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum. Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside of his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? Oh, it was cream? In a bag? Or was it like a little bottle of cream, I guess, maybe, inside of the bag? It's mentioned in the autopsy report, if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of the medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would have been absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No! Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any weak objection. What should I do? The medication issue, push it or not, huh? This might be all I have, though. And anyway, would he have used all of the cream? Now that I'm thinking about it. Would he have used all of the cream if he had used it? And usually you'd think... One second, let me look at something. If you look at this, like, the cream wouldn't just come in this package. So there would be a bottle. So where was the bottle for the medicine? Like, it would be like a lotion bottle or something similar to that.